world you have about 750 million people who use Excel, and 90% of them use Excel for critical company decisions. Everywhere we go, you see that there are a lot of people who still use Excel in the big companies, and 95% contain serious risks. Here we see that spreadsheets can have a long life of about average 5 years. What does it mean? Somebody builds a spreadsheet, and a colleague is going to add a sheet, somebody's going to add a chart, and in the end it's a big spreadsheet, and you never know if it's correct, yes or no. So the advantage of Excel is flexibility, and the disadvantage is also the flexibility. You can do whatever you want, but in the end you don't know if it's correct what you are doing. ExcelAnalyzer is just an extra button in Excel. So everybody has Excel on his laptop. If you install ExcelAnalyzer, every time you open Excel in the morning, you have an extra button called ExcelAnalyzer. So have you ever seen a formula that looks like this and wonder what it's calculating? A lot of people, they build spreadsheets and they brag about, hey, have you seen which formula I built? But then in the end, you don't know if what the formula is doing or if it's correct.
Yeah, Martin, we lost you from slide 2 in Vietnam. I don't know if the other ones got a connection.
I'm
It's
okay.
fine.
Yeah, following your.
Yes, you're still there? Okay. So ExcelAnalyzer is about getting the DNA out of the spreadsheet. So we will check not only formulas but also charts. If there's conditional formula, do we have VBA in the spreadsheet? So everything which is in the spreadsheet will be visible and will be reported. I will show you in a moment how ExcelAnalyzer looks like and how you can use it to review your spreadsheet. Research of KPMG shows that 95% of all spreadsheets contain errors, while 95% of all users believe their spreadsheets are error-free. We have seen so many spreadsheets. We have about 30,000 random spreadsheets on our laptop. We ran them. It took us about 1 week to scan them in a batch. And there's so much going on in these spreadsheets, and almost all of them have contain errors. So ExcelAnalyzer is about trust. Trust your spreadsheet again. Save time. You don't have to check cell by cell anymore yourself, but it will be done for you. Improve the quality of the calculations you build, and reduce costs, because if you spend less time checking your spreadsheet, it will reduce your costs. And it's about improved. So you know now that the spreadsheet you built is correct. This calculation, is it correct, yes or no? Or what ExcelAnalyzer is doing, it's highlighting. So this is what it's doing. So from this, we make this. And what you see in here is that why are the green formulas, why do they have a different color than the blue ones? Because in the green formula didn't add up row 6. In this
Martin,
case, yes?
Martin, you may want to check with Alex if Vietnam is still connected. I'm fine.
I'm back. I'm connected again, but the connection is really not good.
But next time in Vietnam should be better than in Cambodia.
Okay. Well, here in Holland, we sometimes have that problem. Let's put it this way. But hopefully, I also record everything, so I can always send it to you later. So let me just show you, and maybe these are some of our customers right now. Most of them are in Holland. Maybe Nationwide is a big bank in the UK. Some of them are accountancy firms, but they are different industries. BAM is a real estate company. So what we saw is that so many people still use Excel, so it doesn't matter which industry it is. And this Friday we have a meeting with a company in the UK which do crime investigations. So it's like they got spreadsheets and they go to court and they have to investigate certain companies if they have crime, and they build a lot of spreadsheets and they want to review all these spreadsheets. But let me just show you ExcelAnalyzer itself. So this is Excel, how everybody knows how Excel looks like, and ExcelAnalyzer is the extra button in Excel. Now to show you, to review this spreadsheet with a lot of different tabs, it takes you some time to do it yourself. I just want to show you the basics. It takes me about 5 minutes to show you the basics, and this is an empty spreadsheet with just one sheet. And in Excel you can put some numbers in here. So these are numbers. Let's put a text in here. And let's make the first formula. And this formula is this one. I'm going to copy this below. I'm going to copy and paste the formulas to here. So these are exactly the same formulas. They are copies of each other. I'm going to make it. The second formula is this one, plus 5000, hard-coded number in the formula. I don't copy this, so this is only once on a sheet. I'm going to make another formula, is this one. I'm going to copy this formula to the right, and to make it a little bit more realistic, some people, they put some numbers in here. They make a formula in here, and they hide these by giving these cells a white font. So now you don't see them anymore. And to make it even worse, I'm going to hide some columns. I'm going to hide some rows. I'm going to save this workbook on my desktop. Save as. Test 1. And I'm going to order this sheet. So I'm going to ExcelAnalyzer. There are two analyses, but I'm just going to show you the most powerful one. It's the formula analysis. I'm just going to say start. I will explain this later. So this is the original sheet, and ExcelAnalyzer is making as a default always a copy of the sheet and puts it next to the original sheet. So the black one is the copied sheet of this one. So what ExcelAnalyzer is doing is the following. Constants will get a light gray background, text a dark gray background. This is the first unique formula, so they get the same color. These are exactly copies of each other. This was the second formula I put in. This formula is only once on a sheet, that's why it's black. All formulas which are only once on a sheet will get the color black. This was the third formula. And at the end, I hid these cells, and now they are visible. Now, important is the intersection between the last column and last row. Everything within this range is important. Everything outside is unimportant because there's nothing. This is called the used range. So everything within the used range is interesting, everything outside is not interesting. But this is a really simple spreadsheet. I'm going to close this one, and I'm going to a more realistic one. So this spreadsheet with a lot of tabs. Now I'm going to click again on formula analysis, and then you get this screen, and this screen shows that this demo spreadsheet has 28 tabs. One of them is hidden, one sheet is very hidden, one is protected, one is empty. But for this demo I just click on select all, I just say start. You always get this message, do you want to save your spreadsheet before continuing, yes or no? I just say don't save. And the algorithm, this is the progress bar, and the algorithm is behind this progress bar. And what ExcelAnalyzer is doing is checking cell by cell, cell A1, A2, A3, is it a formula? Is it a constant? Is it a formula which goes to another workbook? A formula which goes to another sheet? An intersheet link? So everything is done for you, so you don't have to do it manually anymore, cell by cell. The progress bar has 3 steps. The first step is it checks cell by cell. The second step is it makes a report of all formulas. And the third step is going to make a copy of the sheet and puts it next to the original one. And this algorithm, that took us about 5 years to develop. And that's why it took so long to build ExcelAnalyzer. So this is the original sheet. The black ones are copies of the original sheet. I'm just going to check the first sheet. First thing you see, this is the used range, intersection between last column, last row. So this is the used range. Well, text have a dark gray background. These are all constants, and every unique formula gets a different color. So these blue ones are exactly the same. At the right you have the navigation panel. I will explain that a little bit later, but the most important button in this navigation panel is the tracing formulas. And what you see, if I just select the blue ones, you see that they add up row 4 to 6, so they are correct. So these are all correct. But why is this color green? Because you didn't add up row 4. So that could be a mistake. Maybe it's on purpose, but let's say it's a mistake. Normally you would fix it like this. You go to here and you would copy this to the right, but the copy sheet is always protected. So you have to fix it in the original sheet. For this we have a button called Edit Formulas. You click on it. And if you click on the Edit Formula button, the original sheet is also selected, and now you can fix it like this. And the problem is also fixed in the original sheet. Here you have another problem, so you fixed it. If you fix something, the copy sheet will be green, so you know that you did something, you fixed something in this sheet. This sheet,
can I
yes?
ask a question?
Sure.
Is your software sensitive to language, programming language?
And no, it doesn't matter if it's Vietnamese, is it Chinese, or is it German. It doesn't matter.
You mean that the formula can be localized without you to be this?
Yes, that's true.
Good.
Yeah, so maybe to answer your question a little bit more, this is the formula report. So so in here you see these are formulas, but the function, for example, this is the English version, it's sum. So and here you have a VLOOKUP, that's the English function name. But if you would have done it in Vietnamese or in Chinese, the VLOOKUP will be translated in Chinese or Vietnamese or whatever language. Okay? But I must say, the interface, so formula analysis will still be formula analysis. We did not translate that in Chinese or Vietnamese. Not yet. We can do that, but not yet. So the interface is English, but formulas, etc., will be in the language you use. Now another example is this sheet.
Okay.
Yes, another language is this sheet, and this sheet has a lot of nice background colors. A lot of people, they build spreadsheets and they give a lot of nice different colors to their spreadsheet. But is it correct, yes or no, this calculation? Well, nobody knows. We're going to check the copy sheet. It's this one. I'm clicking again to trace it on the tracing formulas, and you see here this color. So you added up row 10 till 15, so that's correct. Why is this different? So you made a mistake here. Let's check the green formulas. The green formulas, they add up column B till M, so that's correct. So all the green ones are exactly the same, but why is this different? Well, so you have to fix this one. So in the end, ExcelAnalyzer is just a tool which helps you to review your spreadsheet. In the end, you have to fix it. We just highlight everything, and you have to see Is this correct or incorrect? To make it a little bit even more difficult, is this sheet correct, yes or no? It would take you a long time to check this yourself. We are going to check the copy sheet, and you see that every unique formula gets a different color. So in this sheet we have a lot of different formulas, so we have a lot of different colors. And this is the function VLOOKUP with number 6. This is VLOOKUP with number 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's why every formula gets a different color. But if I just check below, here there is a mistake, because here you have a VLOOKUP with number 12, and here you have a VLOOKUP number 8. So you have to fix this. Click on Edit Formulas and do something like this. This was incorrect, so I have to fix this one. If I would go to the right, I'm going to, and in here what you see is what people did, they copy pasted all formulas to value. So every time the calculation would not be recalculated. So just click here and just fix them. How long would it take you to do it manually in here? It's almost impossible. And in here you can do it within, well, just 5 seconds. One last thing, it's this sheet. Now, what you see in here, this is a formula which has a red tick, red border. And that means that this formula is an external one. And formulas with a thick blue border, these are formulas which go to another sheet. In this navigation panel you have several filters. If I would check the second filter, you see there's one external one. If I click on it, ExcelAnalyzer is just highlighting the external ones, and all the other formulas will be white out. There are also formulas which go to another sheet. Just click on Budget, and then you see these are all formulas which go to another sheet. So from this, ExcelAnalyzer will make this, and with the navigation panel you can drill down deeper into what's going on into the sheet. Now, this is the most powerful part of ExcelAnalyzer. So checking the formulas and highlighting all formulas, are they consistent, yes or no? And with this you get this formula report, and this formula report shows you which unique formulas are used on every sheet. And you see, to make it more readable, we color-coded all formulas. So in here you see that they put a hard-coded number in the formula. So for example, sheet 3, the budget sheet, here there is one formula which has a hard-coded number, and from the report you can jump on the link, you jump to the same to that formula. I click on the link and you will jump to the same formula in the copy sheet. There's much more to it in this report. If you would hover with your mouse over hard-coded formulas, you will see all hard-coded formulas used in the formula. If you would be interested in, let's say, which functions are used in my spreadsheet, then if you would hover with your mouse over here, you see, well, this is a demo sheet. It has 18 different functions used, and if it would be a different language, then these functions would be in the language in Vietnamese or Chinese. And we have 8 combination functions used. Now, if you want to sort, if you want to say, hey, just show me all hard-coded formulas, just click here, Show All, and ExcelAnalyzer is sorting you all formulas with a hard-coded number in your sheet, in your spreadsheet. Or, if you are interested, where are all external links? Just say Show All, and you see that on sheet 5 you have one external link, on sheet 17, 22, and from this link you can jump to the external link. Until now, is this more or less clear what I showed you?
Do you consider external link to D, J or this network drive something error prone? Because if you copy the Excel spreadsheet somebody else, maybe the logical drive won't be the same number.
So what we do, we have another external report. So if it's a formula to another spreadsheet, to another drive, to another system, we will check it. But we don't say it's wrong. We just show you which external links are in the spreadsheet. I don't know if that's answering your question.
It does.
So
You mean you go for the D, you find the spreadsheet, and if you find the spreadsheet, it's okay. And if you don't find it, then you report an error.
Yes, that's true. By the way, I will show you a little bit later because we had a, let me show that to you. So to summarize the formula analysis, with just one click on the start button, it makes a copy of all sheets, puts it next to it, and you have to check if the formulas are consistent, yes or no. If they are not consistent, just click on Edit Formulas and you fix it like this, and then you are done. Once you are done, because ordering is a process, so let's assume that you see all the green copied sheets, so I change something. If I would reanalyze, if I would click on Start, then all copied sheets will be deleted and will be refreshed with new copied sheets. So you always have the latest version. So auditing is a process. You're going to check it, you're going to solve the problem, check it again, solve the problem again, and once you are done, just go to delete all and delete all copied sheets, and then you finish where you started, but you fix your spreadsheet. And the good news is that ExcelAnalyzer did not add anything to your spreadsheet, because we added the copied sheets, but in the end you can delete them, so we did not add anything to your spreadsheet. The last...
may I have a question? Is
Sure.
it compatible for what version of Excel, like 2019, 2016, 2013,
Yes.
something like that?
Yeah, from
From what
2010.
version it can be used?
It can be, let's do it from 2010. You have 2013, 2016, 2019, Office 365, and you have 32-bit version and 64-bit version. It's compatible with all these versions. So not 2007.
Okay. So how much RAM it consumes during the analyze?
That's a technical question. I'm not a technical guy. I have to ask my programmer. But what we did, this is a spreadsheet, and how big is it? File, save as, let me check. This is not so big. It's not 1 megabyte. But we also ordered it on my laptop, spreadsheet of 50, 60, 70 megabyte. We ordered a spreadsheet of 300 tabs. So it should not be a problem. Or you would have a really, really old computer, let's say from 15 years old, but a normal laptop, you can order a spreadsheet of 20, 30, 40 megabyte, no problem. But if you really need to know this question, you have to ask me and send it to me on an email. I have to ask my programmers. But until now, our customers didn't have any problem with using Excel. ExcelAnalyzer. Okay, so what I showed you is the formula analysis. Let's do the last analysis. It's the workbook analysis. And the workbook analysis generates 3 reports. I'm just going to click on Start. The workbook summary report is analyzing everything in the spreadsheet except formulas. Let me show you what I mean with that. So the workbook summary will add 3 reports: general, detailed, and model flow. Let's go to the detailed report. It shows you, does my spreadsheet has comments? What's a comment? So I will click on the plus above. If I would click on this link, this is a comment. So it shows you all comments in the spreadsheet. So there's 1 comment on sheet 3, 1 on 5, and this is the text within the comment. So here you have a report of all comments in your spreadsheet. Do we have objects? Now, what's an object? This is an object. If I click on the link, so this is an object, and this is an object. So it shows you all objects in your spreadsheet. Or do I have hyperlinks? Do we have VBA code? So here you have all the VBA code in your spreadsheet, and we put the VBA code in the comment. So you have all VBA code in one report. Do we have charts? Yes, we also have charts in this spreadsheet. Just click on the plus sign. So on sheet 28 we have 3 charts, and what we did, we made a print screen of the chart and we put it into the comment. So you have all chart information also in this report. So the workbook summary report is showing you everything except formulas. Maybe one last thing, and that's the model flow report. And we got a question from the external links. Now what does this show? This shows the links between the sheets. Now if I hover with my mouse over info, it will show you that there's a standalone sheet. Standalone sheet means that this sheet has no link to another sheet or from another sheet. And to explain this a little bit, if I would make a new, this is a new spreadsheet with 2 tabs, and if I would say on sheet 1 is sheet 2, and on sheet 2 I would say is sheet 1, then I would have a double link. They are both connected with each other. But if I would have this sheet, but this sheet has no link to another sheet, then it's called a standalone sheet. And that's what I want to show you, is that the green highlighted sheets, they have no formulas to or from another sheet, so you can delete those sheets without destroying any formula. And here you see that sheet 5 has 1 external, sheet 17 has 2 externals, and here you have other externals. And if I would go below, and this was when we went to a bank and they had spreadsheet with a lot of external ones. But what they had a problem. So for example, they had one model with the same name saved on two different external locations, and that was a mistake, because normally if you have one model you would save it on one location. So this was also an error. So if I would summarize ExcelAnalyzer, I showed you the formula analysis, which is the first one, which shows you everything about the formulas, and the second workbook summary shows you everything except formulas. Maybe one last thing. What we got a question is, we are a big company and we have a lot of spreadsheets, and we send those spreadsheets to colleagues, and we want to have an internal color code. Well, if you would click on set your own colors, and you would say, okay, we are a big company, but we say that all constants in our spreadsheet have this color, and all text have another color, and let's say all formulas, we give them this color, and a formula which goes to another sheet, we give them this one. If I would now say start, maybe it's a little bit ugly, but you can color code your own spreadsheet so that all people internally know that these are constant, these are text, and these are formulas. So you standardize your spreadsheet internally so everybody knows, okay, this is what the spreadsheet is doing. Because ExcelAnalyzer is not so long on the market, we are just new. If you would go to tutorial and you click on tutorial videos, we are working on that right now. They are not there, but everything what I told you will be here also in 4 times 5 minute demos, videos. Alex, this is a little bit what I wanted to show everybody.
Yes, I think that's very good. What are your questions, if you have any? And then we can follow up with you can test it on your own computer if you have the right software, and then we can take it from there, so we progress.